All right, Josh with Days of Pain and Victory, and we've got Holly Fowler with Mischief Maker TV.
Yeah, hey guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna check out her Jeep Liberty that she built for the Onyx Off-Road Build Challenge. This is a rad ride.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of forward thinking, but my vision came into play, so I'm super excited about the end result.
Very cool. What's your favorite part about the build?
Honestly, the favorite part about the build is probably the suspension and also the fact that I solid axle swapped this. So it's kind of super cool. I've only seen 4 other built-up Jeep Liberties that have been, built up to rock crawl. So the fact that we're part of that very small group of people is just kind of exciting.
Yeah, I think it's a very underutilized platform.
Oh,
for sure.
Absolutely. I think what scares people off is the fact that it is a unibody, but if you lift it up, it's not like the XJs. The XJs have like a lot of like cutouts and it's not just straight. If you lift this up, it is just completely straight. So that takes away kind of the intimidating part of working on a unibody, I think.
Yeah. I really love the stance on this thing, how you guys push the front axle forward, which is kind of necessary to get it out of the fender wells.
Absolutely. So it started off as the stock wheelbase at 104 and we pushed it to 114.
Okay.
It's like perfect for crawling, especially the moderate trails that I'm going to be taking this on. And I think I'm actually going to end up pre-running King of the Hammers in this just because it's actually a little higher than the race car. It has way more clearance than the race car, but it does have those 37s on. So I'm so used to crawling in 42s, right? So I pre-ran in 42s and got into some rocks with Nessie last year, but just wasn't used to it. So we'll be taking this out to pre-run for sure.
Right on. So with the unibody, what was the biggest challenge? It's pretty hard to weld sometimes.
It's super hard to weld on a unibody. It just spits back at you. You get really frustrated, but I cleaned it as much as possible. And of course I had to strengthen that unibody up. I know there's like 1 or 2 kits that you can get for the Jeep Liberty.
Okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of them, and also me thinking I really didn't want this to twist in any way, shape or form. Obviously, vehicles twist to a certain point.
Sure.
But what I did is I just took some square tubing and kind of plopped that on the bottom and covered it all with angle iron and then divot holed it and then rosetted that in and just welded it all together. So it is even stronger than Mischief Maker, believe it or not. This vehicle is very, very strong. What I haven't done is weighed it since I've added all of that metal onto there. So I'm going to be really interested when I get back home to weigh it and see what the difference is now. What do you think it would weigh now?
I think, stock they're what, like 4,300?
I think somewhere, I think it might even be a little less.
Okay. You might be in around 6.
You give it, I'm at 53. I don't know. I'm just thinking 5,300, but that's going to be interesting.
I mean, you didn't cut a lot out.
It doesn't look like it, but we did cut a lot out, especially for the sliders. So I was really surprised at how much we had to cut away on there, and it's not just one singular cut, it's like in layers, right? So you got to kind of do it layer by layer. Cutting this up took probably 3.5 days to do. So that was challenging. I had someone else take that on because he really wanted to take on that project. So so
I like building sliders this way. This is how I did it on my 79 Jeep Cherokee and just got it all the way up to the doors.
Absolutely.
Get all that ground clearance.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of forgot that the doors like kind of come out a little bit. So I did lose the step that I thought that I was going to have, but honestly, you don't really need one. But
you got plans for like a Nerf? On there? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. When we get back home,
high lift spot.
Yeah, we'll just do that. But they were used and abused, and they've standed up to everything. So it's kind of cool. We've only had this on a couple of trails in Arizona. The first trail was an absolute nightmare. Just because so much went wrong. The the hose that goes from the reservoir down to the pump, it chafed on the battery, so all of that went onto the exhaust. There was a fire, it burned up the starter, I didn't have power steering pump.
Oh no.
There was like a whole lot of stuff that happened, which normally happens on a shakedown run.
Yeah.
We had a whole day, thankfully, to kind of get to the next destination and do what we needed to do. So Hurricane and I stayed up until past midnight at a buddy's shop, Modern Off-Road in Phoenix. And we switched out the alternator, the hoses, the pump, just everything that we could, and got that done. And then we went out on the trails on Friday, and she was perfect.
All right. So. Does the AC still work?
Oh yeah, of course.
Awesome.
I got a new condenser. We got that recharged. It's so frightfully cold in there. It's wonderful.
That's awesome. That was awesome. Great for pre-running.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You had a little adversity getting here, right? I haven't had a chance to watch the video yet, but I saw the Instagram post.
We did. So on the way here, we were on the Las Vegas Strip, and everything locked up on this front driver tire. A brake caliper bolt completely came out.
Oh,
and
no.
All I could do was reverse. So I stopped the whole of Las Vegas and reversed all the way into here. And parked her up, kicked a tire, and said, I'll see you in 5 days. So, yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah. So it's really great. We have like the coilovers in here. Same in the back, we have the reservoirs mounted to the cage there. And the cage, the whole idea of this build is I wanted to keep it simple. We had $20,000 to build this, and I chose the Jeep Liberty platform. It is, not a lot of people will use it for rock crawlers, but I'm hoping after seeing this, they realize, you know what? There's been one in the backyard, my mom and dad's house. Let's go build it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be cool to keep more of them out of the junkyards.
Yeah, I think so. And there's plenty on Facebook Marketplace. So, go check it out. I've already bought another one for $500.
Oh, right on.
And planning on building that for 2026 for the stock class King of the Hammers as part of the Seat Time Syndicate crew. So,
sweet.
Yeah, someone else will be driving it, but... yeah, I'm going to build that up to spec there.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I think so.
So you'll probably be putting some videos out on this thing pre-running the hammers?
Absolutely, yeah. There's going to be a ton of videos coming out soon of me just kind of going through Sand Hollow, doing all of the trails there, possibly taking it back to Arizona. I want to get some seat time in this thing. It'll be fun.
Does it handle the road pretty good?
Oh yeah, on the road is perfect, no problem there whatsoever. So yeah, everything is stock. The engine is stock, 3.7. I have the transfer case in there, the 242.
Okay.
So, and the transmission, so everything's stock in there, but it works perfectly.
That's great.
Yeah.
So my parents actually have one, and if I ever acquire it, this is what I want to do to it. I remember seeing on the forums back when they first came out, somebody straight axle swapped one.
Yep.
I'm like, yep, that's what needs to happen.
Oh yeah, and you would think that maybe that process is a little daunting. It's really not at all. Yeah. It's not that crazy. I mean, if I can do it, let's get real, you guys can do it. So
cool. Well, where can we find you?
Oh, well, you can find me on YouTube on Mischief Maker TV. It's kind of, I don't know, there's some building stuff, life stuff. Sometimes I'm on every day, sometimes I'm on every week. I don't know. You just got to keep up with the channel. And across social media platforms, I'm Mischief Maker JKU.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.